I need them, everybody.
I really hope this is a VHS copy of Star Wars. Alright, it seemed like mere hours ago when we were waiting in the, walking around the school together. And I was spending time with the people that I've grown up with over the last 4 years. And I realized something. What's important to me isn't getting a good job or hanging out with the cool people. It's learning to play the bagpipes. That guy is really cool. Let me start by saying good evening to the students, to the family, the friends, the faculty, our distinguished guests, and most importantly you, the graduates of 2011. And it is an honor to be your valedictorian tonight, to speak to a room full of people that are full of dreams that are full of potential, because they come from a school full of high-quality education, in a town full of Tim Hortons coffee shops, in a country full of freedom and caffeine addictions. I think this calls for celebration, because we have earned the right to move the cat toy on our head from the left to the right. We have done what 8.5% of the people in this school will never do, or 8.5% of the people in our country will never do, graduate high school. And that's pretty cool. It's, I wrote this down for a reason. Yes. We've gathered here tonight to celebrate our time and how lucky we've been. And for all those of us furthering our educations, don't worry, the fun-tastical roller coaster of knowledge will continue. We will, I thought that was funnier when I wrote it. Alright. We will. The ups and downs of our lives will proceed. On the upside, we'll make new friends, we'll learn new things, and we will prepare ourselves for otherwise unreachable career goals. On the downside, tuition fees, living expenses, transportation expenses, overpriced supplies, high interest loans, OSAP payments, finding employment, and paying for a place to live. All of these things, for better or worse, are part of our very near future. It is quite possible that soon, craft dinner will seem expensive. If you want it to be more flavorful, you will have to steal the ketchup packets from McDonald's. This is the path I have chosen, and I hope that in the future, I will meet up with some of you by the condiments in a fast food restaurant too. And to those staying another year, going straight into the workforce with your high school diploma in hand, remember, not only are you prepared to fill your life with purpose and your resume with experience, but you can also fill your cupboards with craft dinner. You can put as much bottled up name brand Heinz ketchup as you want on it, and that makes you a winner. As is required with any decent year-end speech, I've decided to reflect on the times that we had here together. For many of you, this includes school athletics. Whether you were playing on the field or cheering in the stands, we showed sportsmanship at its very finest. We will remember the basketball players' flawless slam dunks, the volleyball players' well-executed spikes, the footballers and their unrelenting determination, the cheerleaders, even though one of them fell over at the assembly, the soccer team's incredible speed and accuracy, and the rest of us kind of running out of breath walking up the third floor.
That's me.
I have not forgotten about you, the everyman, the unathletic, because I was one of you. For every one of you who will go out, who goes and represents the school and pushes his physical body to its limits in intense competitions, one of us is sitting in their basement trying to get a high score on Pac-Man.
That's me!
Some of you will remember Wassa, Ofsa. Some of you will remember Waka 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 Waka. Alright. I suppose I should recall the prom this year too. as it was such an important event to so many of us. The women prepped themselves with elegant dresses, nearly very elaborate hairstyles, professional dance moves, and makeup worthy of a supermodel. The men prepped themselves by Googling how to tie a tie. While it is true the night was nearly perfect, there was one fatal flaw to the evening, one that I want to expose so I can prevent it from happening again next year. I want to do so by reading this heart-wrenching and tear-jerking story I found posted on Facebook the next day. If you need to cry, that's okay. I remember standing by the horticulture room with my boyfriend. I did not write this. I did go to prom with 5 male friends, don't judge. I remember standing by the horticulture room with my boyfriend, staring at a sign that read, "A dream is a wish that your heart makes." He said whatever the next song was, it was going to be our song, and he dedicated it to me. From the opening notes of the song, I knew that it was "Welcome to the Jungle" by Guns N' Roses. Partway through the song, he caught me by surprise. He looked me in the eyes, got down on one, and said, lip-sync the lyrics, "I want to watch you bleed." Yes, our problem was terrible song selection, simply because it didn't feel romantic at all. And when all else is in place, background music can change everything. No one has ever become love-struck during AC/DC's Thunderstruck. The final school event I've decided to discuss is Viking Raid, the one time a year where you can dress up in over-the-top flamboyant outfits, throw freezing water at strangers, and scream "woo" at the top of your lungs every time you almost achieve victory. Or you could have calmed down and let the rest of us enjoy Twister, just an option. Unfortunately, I've decided not to dwell too much on the times when we were shorter, younger versions of ourselves, meeting up at a big, scary place that welcomed us as equals, provided us with delicious food, and offered to help us whenever we needed it. And that's because this speech isn't supposed to be about Walmart. I realized a few days ago that I'd actually learned a lot of life lessons here, and I'd like to read for you a poem that I wrote about our time in Oakland. 'Twas the night before commencement, when it occurred to me I could recall my pleasant memories through poetry. Science showed me all of the world's elements were put in a periodic table and well organized. That taught me that life is never easy because I had to get it memorized. I learned that I thought I knew English, but the language must be decaying, because I doth not know what Shakespeare hath been saying. I learned solving math problems was easy. You just had to look to the depths of your mind, or the back of your textbook. I learned the foods class was never my forte, because many meals I did ruin. I can't count the number of times I heard, "What are you doing?" Philosophy I thought would be a class I could just rest in, but found it left me asking some of life's most difficult questions. What's the purpose of existence? What facts were missed by the historians? What is love? And if you really love your parents, why not make them proud and date the valedictorian? Some believe the dramatic arts are useless and not worth exploring, but without the confidence I gained from that class, the speech might have been boring. These lessons will guide me to the future, like a lucky four-leaf clover, but I think you can join me in smiling, not from the memories because high school is over.